Hello everyone, it's us, the people of TV Days Drama Digest, back with another in-depth update on the dramatic twists unfolding in Days of Our Lives. Today, we are bringing you the full and detailed story of what went down in today's episode, which aired on March 20th. If you missed the broadcast, we highly encourage you to watch our exclusive video recap to catch every crucial moment. Now, let's dive into the latest revelations, confrontations, and emotional storms that have left the residents of Salem reeling. Johnny's furious confrontation and the dark secret revealed. The episode opened with an explosive revelation that shook the very foundation of one of Salem's most troubled families. Johnny, grappling with the devastating truth about the circumstances of his own conception, was overwhelmed with anger and betrayal. For years, he had carried an inner torment about his origins, and when he finally learned that EJ had raped Sammy that fateful night, the impact was catastrophic. Johnny's reaction was immediate and intense. Unable to contain his fury, he confronted EJ directly, his emotions spilling over in a torrent of pain and anger. The confrontation was not just about the shocking secret, it was about the years of deception and manipulation that had poisoned their family. For Johnny, the revelation was a personal betrayal, a line that had been crossed irrevocably. The truth that Kate had revealed to him not only shattered his trust in his father, but also left him feeling isolated and deeply hurt. EJ, on the other hand, was incensed by Kate's decision to share such intimate details with Johnny. For him, the sanctity of his secrets had been violated, and Kate's actions were seen as a deliberate betrayal. Determined to defend his honor and maintain control over his narrative, EJ stormed into the local bar where Kate was present, ready to confront her about all the secrets that had been unleashed. In a dramatic scene that left viewers on the edge of their seats, EJ unleashed a barrage of furious words and fierce threats, making it crystal clear that Kate had crossed a line he was not willing to overlook. A barroom showdown. Emotions at the breaking point. The atmosphere in the bar was electric with tension as EJ's arrival sparked an explosive confrontation. Shouting filled the air as he held Kate accountable for turning his son against him. The bar, usually a place of casual gatherings, transformed into a battleground of raw emotions and unresolved grievances. EJ's vitriolic outburst was not just a personal attack, it was a public declaration of war against anyone who dared expose his darkest secrets. While the altercation between EJ and Kate unfolded, Johnny's anguish was palpable. His mind was a swirling storm of loss, anger, and despair. Despite the chaos around him, one figure tried to reach out and offer solace: Rafe. As Johnny's closest confidant, Rafe took it upon himself to update him on the painful situation and do his utmost to comfort him in his time of need. With compassionate words and a steady presence, Rafe tried to help Johnny navigate the overwhelming emotions that threatened to consume him. Yet, even with Rafe's support, the horror of EJ's actions and the betrayal by those he once trusted was too great a burden to bear. Johnny's inner turmoil was a vivid portrayal of heartbreak. The revelation of his violent conception not only reshaped his understanding of his own identity, but also left him questioning every aspect of his family history. His anger was directed not only at EJ, whose actions had cast a dark shadow over his life, but also at Kate for revealing that painful truth. In this moment, the bonds of trust were shattered, and the future of their family seemed more uncertain than ever. Jada's bold theory and the quest for justice amidst the chaos and emotional upheaval surrounding Johnny and EJ, another subplot was emerging. One that could have far-reaching consequences for the entire community of Salem. Jada, ever the determined investigator, was developing a theory that she believed would finally expose EJ's criminal behavior. With a mix of determination and frustration, Jada set out to convince Polina of her suspicions that EJ had been keeping Rafe at Blake's house in Armit. According to Jada's theory, this dark arrangement was at the heart of the kidnapping case involving Rachel, a subplot that had already sent shockwaves through the community. Jada's mission was clear. She was intent on bringing EJ to justice by exposing every shred of evidence against him. Her persistence and willingness to challenge the status quo made her a formidable opponent in the fight against injustice in Salem. As she continued to work tirelessly to build her case, Jada's interactions with Polina were filled with heated discussions and urgent debates. The stakes were high, and every word exchanged between them was laden with the hope of finally seeing EJ held accountable for his actions. This quest for justice was not merely about retribution. It was about restoring balance to a community that had been torn apart by betrayal and violence. Jada's theory, if proven true, would not only shed light on EJ's nefarious deeds, but also serve as a turning point in the ongoing struggle for truth in Salem. Gabby and Javi, a domestic storm unleashed while the drama surrounding EJ, Johnny, and Jada was reaching fever pitch. Another personal crisis was unfolding in the background, one that threatened to ignite a domestic storm between longtime rivals Gabby and Javi. In a surprising turn of events, Javi had asked Leo to move in, a decision that instantly set off alarm bells for Gabby. For Gabby, the prospect of sharing a living space with Leo was unbearable. His presence brought back painful memories of his tumultuous past and the havoc he had wreaked in her life. Gabby's reaction was swift and fierce. The invitation extended by Javi was not just an innocuous decision, it was a provocation. In a heated argument that soon escalated into a full-blown confrontation, Gabby accused Javi of overstepping boundaries. She argued that he had no right to invite someone like Leo into their home, especially given the unresolved issues and dark history that surrounded him. Her anger was not simply about personal preference, it was a deeply emotional response to a situation that reminded her of past betrayals and unresolved conflicts. Javi, however, was unyielding in his stance. He defended his decision with a calm but resolute conviction, suggesting that perhaps Gabby might eventually come around if she were given a chance to see beyond her biases. Javi predicted that, with time, Gabby might learn to accept Leo, or at least consider the possibility of reconciliation. Yet, he also acknowledged that the road ahead would be fraught with difficulty and that the current tension was only the beginning of what promised to be a prolonged conflict. The clash between Gabby and Javi added another layer of complexity to the unfolding drama. Their argument was emblematic of the broader themes of trust, betrayal, and the struggle to reconcile with one's past, motifs that have long been at the heart of Days of Our Lives. Interwoven lives and the cost of secrets. As the day unfolded in Salem, the lives of its residents became increasingly intertwined in a tapestry of secrets, lies, and raw emotions. Each character, whether directly involved in the confrontation between EJ and Kate or caught up in the domestic discord between Gabby and Javi, played a role in the larger narrative of redemption and revenge. The deep-seated resentment that Johnny felt towards EJ was mirrored by the fury and determination of those around him. Rafe's compassionate support for Johnny highlighted the enduring bonds of friendship and loyalty, even in the face of unbearable pain. Meanwhile, Jada's relentless pursuit of justice underscored the idea that no secret can remain hidden forever, and that truth, however painful, has a way of emerging when least expected. At the same time, the personal conflicts simmering between Gabby and Javi reminded us that even amidst external turmoil, internal struggles continue to shape the dynamics of every relationship. Their disagreement over Leo's arrival was a microcosm of the larger battles fought daily in Salem, battles over trust, forgiveness, and the courage to face the ghosts of one's past. The episode that aired on March 20th was a masterful display of how personal pain and public conflict can merge to create a narrative that is both deeply personal and universally resonant. Every confrontation, every tear, and every angry word served as a reminder of the high stakes involved in the lives of these characters. In a world where the past can haunt you at any moment, the residents of Salem are constantly forced to confront the harsh realities of their choices. Looking ahead, what does the future hold? As we reflect on the events of today's episode, one thing is clear: the drama in Salem is far from over. The fallout from Johnny's discovery, EJ's explosive confrontation with Kate, and the escalating tension between Gabby and Javi promises to fuel further conflicts in the episodes to come. With each secret revealed and every betrayal laid bare, the intricate web of relationships in Salem becomes even more complex and unpredictable. For Johnny, the road to healing will be long and arduous. The revelation about his conception has left him reeling, and even the comforting words of Rafe cannot fully mend the deep emotional wounds inflicted by years of deception. As he grapples with his identity and the betrayal by the very person he once looked up to, Johnny's journey is one that will resonate with anyone who has ever felt betrayed by those they love. For EJ, today's confrontation marks a turning point in his tumultuous life. His reaction to Kate's disclosure and the subsequent fallout from Johnny's anger will undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences. Whether this moment will lead to a permanent rupture in their already fragile relationship remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: EJ's past actions have finally caught up with him, and the repercussions will be felt throughout Salem. Meanwhile, Jada's efforts to expose the truth about EJ's involvement in even darker deeds show that the quest for justice is as relentless as ever. Her determination to bring EJ to account for his actions is a powerful reminder that, in Salem, even the most deeply buried secrets eventually come to light. And then there is the simmering domestic storm between Gabby and Javi. Their conflict over Leo's arrival is a stark illustration of how personal history can color even the most mundane decisions. As Gabby grapples with her past and Javi stands firm in his choices, their story is poised to become yet another dramatic subplot that will capture the hearts and minds of viewers. In conclusion, today's episode on March 20th delivered a masterclass in dramatic storytelling, weaving together themes of betrayal, redemption, and the unyielding quest for truth. From Johnny's explosive confrontation with his father EJ to the heated barroom showdown with Kate, and from the impassioned pursuit of justice by Jada to the domestic strife between Gabby and Javi, every moment was charged with emotion and high stakes. At TV Days Drama Digest, we are committed to bringing you every twist and turn of these compelling narratives as they unfold. We invite you to join us in the conversation, share your thoughts, your predictions, and your heartfelt reactions to today's dramatic revelations. What do you think the future holds for Johnny, EJ, and the rest of the Salem family? How will these explosive events reshape the delicate balance of power in our beloved town? Thank you for being a part of our community and for following every intricate detail of this riveting saga. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.